Hello, this is Mir Salam and you're watching Growth Mindset. This is the second part of the Word document learning series. We are going to see in this series that how we may remove the background of the picture like this, or how we may add one picture on the top of another picture like this, or how we may add the chart to a Word document like this, and how we may wrap the text around the picture like this. This and much more coming your way. But before that, if you want to see the first part of the series, then you may click on the I button above. And now let's move towards our tutorial. In the last part, we studied a file, home, and all its features, insert, which covered pages and table section. Now we are going to begin with the picture. We're going to insert the picture from here. You can go for either this device, or we can go and select the picture from online. We're going to select the picture from this device. We select from the desired folder and we insert the picture. We can resize the picture from the sides like this. We further reduce the size. We can rotate the picture like this, or we can simply drag the picture. Once we have selected the picture, it shows the picture formatting tab. Here we can remove the background of the picture. All the area that is purple is going to be removed, but it is also making the astronaut itself purple at some parts. So we are going to mark areas to keep, and we want to keep this area, the head area. But at the same time, we do not want to keep this area, which is the surface area. So we are going to click on this mark areas to remove, and we want to remove this area, and we are going to go for the finer tweaks. We don't want this area as well. Slide bit over here, and we bring back the leg area. We again click over here. We can select over here. So now we are pretty much okay with our picture. We are going to click on keep changes, and here we have our astronaut. Now we are going to insert another picture, and here we have another picture. We're just going to resize it a bit. When this two-sided arrow appears, we can just select it and drag it to reduce the size of the picture, or you can reduce the size of the picture from the side as well. Now we want to place the astronaut onto the picture. So we're going to go for this option, send backward, because this picture is on the top of the back picture. We are going to send it backward, and the astronaut is now appearing on the picture. We can just click onto the astronaut, and for example, we just rotate it a bit to give it more visually appealing effect. And here we can see that we have edited two photos and placed one photo on the top of another photo. After setting our picture, we can just use all these effects. We can go for the color correction. For instance, we can select any one of these options over here. We can select this one, or we can change the background color like this. We can see more variations from here. We can go for the artistic effects from here. Or from here, we can compress pictures in the document to reduce its size. If we want to reset the picture, we can click over here, and it is going to discard all of the formatting changes you made in the picture. And over here, it is going to reset the picture and its size. So if we click onto this, it has increased the size of the selected picture. If you're going to select this picture and we're going to reset the picture and its size, it is going to reset the picture to its original format, which is including the astronaut itself with all the background. Once the picture has been selected, we can apply borders from here. We can drop down over here, and we can see further borders appearing over here. So we can select from all of these range of borders given over here. Once we have selected the border, we can change the border color from here, or we can go for the picture effects from here. We have 3D options which we can select from all of these. If you want to make the copy, you can click onto the picture. You can just press Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V and drag the picture like this. Or another way of doing it is you can just press Ctrl and drag, and it is going to make another copy. If you want to move this picture as it is, because now we have three pictures, first one, this one, second one, and third picture in the background. If you want to move three pictures all together, we have to press Shift and after pressing the shift, we have selected all three of the pictures, and now we can just move around. Remember not to leave the shift button if you want to move the picture around. For deleting the picture, we can simply press the delete button. We can select this one and press delete. Now we insert another picture. For example, if we have this text over here and now it is not appearing properly, we have the text and in front of the text we have the picture. So we cannot read what is behind the picture. We click onto the picture and we go in the picture format, and here we have an option of wrap text. So we select on the square option, and now we can see that it has distributed the written content accordingly. As we move the picture, it is going to move the written things accordingly. We can just resize it and we can see that all the things are adjusted by themselves. So we have different options over here: square, tight, through, behind text, in front of text, and more layout options, top and bottom. So we can select from any one of these options. In the wrap text, we can select the position of the picture from here. This is left align, center, right align, middle, bottom right. So you can go for any of these options, and if you want to have other options, you can click onto more options and then you can go for any one of these options. We insert another picture, we place it on the top of the cat picture and we send it backwards. Only this portion is appearing over here. Likewise, if you want to bring it forward, we click onto the picture and we bring it forward. Next, moving on to selection pane, we have the selection pane. If you click onto the selection pane, it shows whatever pictures we have on this Word document. We can select any one of these pictures from here. If you want to hide any one of these pictures, we can hide the picture like this, or if you want to see those pictures, we can just show it from here. Next, we move on to grouping the object. So grouping the object, we click on the picture 1, we press Ctrl, we click on the second picture, and then we click over here for grouping the objects. We group the object, and now we have both of the pictures as one group. We can move this picture around as one object. If we want to ungroup it, we click on the picture and we go again for the option, and now the group option is inactive and ungroup option is available. So we press at ungroup and the pictures have been ungrouped, and now we can individually move one of these pictures. Next, moving on to the rotation, we can rotate the picture from here, or we can just flip it. If we want to crop the picture, we can crop the picture. For instance, we press crop and we don't want this upper portion as well as this side portion, and we want to reduce it from bottom as well and this side as well. So the picture has been pretty much cropped for us. We can increase the size of the picture from here, or we can increase the width of the picture or decrease the width of the picture from here. In insert, next we move on to the shapes. We can select any one of these shapes appearing over here. For instance, if we select this arrow, click over here, increase the arrow size. We can adjust the arrow size from here as well, or from the corners and here in the middle. So we can adjust however we want to change in the shape of the arrow. Next, we go in the edit points in the shape format and we can edit the points. For instance, we click over here and we click over here and we change the shape of the arrow. Right click onto it and we can add text. We select the text and we change the color of the font. We can change the fill over here like this. If you want to give it a shadow, we can give it a shadow. Reflection. We have all options, 3D rotation and transforming it. If you want to increase the size of the font, select the text, go in the Home tab and increase the text size from here. We have a whole array of options over here. We can select the arrow color from here, that is the shape color. We have the shape fill effect from here, so we can change the color from here as well. For more options, we can click onto this and select any color from here, and we can also have the shape effects which we can use. Glow effects, 3D rotation. Once we are in the shape, we can select the direction of the text. We want it to horizontal, rotate 90%, rotate 270%, or if we want to get it horizontal back, so we can get it. We can change the position from here as we have seen earlier also. We can wrap the text from here as seen earlier. Bring forward, send backward, and selection pane. All these functions have already been seen earlier in the tutorial. Here in rotate, we can rotate the shape itself, or if we want to increase the height and increase or decrease the width of it, we can adjust from here. Now moving back to insert tab. Next we move on to the SmartArt. Here we have different options available to us. We can give list, processes, cycle, hierarchy, relationships. So we go for instance, cycle, and we select from here this chart. We press OK, and now it is giving us option of writing the text. Either we can write text over here by clicking over here like this, or we have an option we can type our text over here. So we will go from right here. So we have made a simple flow chart. By clicking over here, we can just hide it. We can add further shapes from here. For instance, if we are over here and we want to add shape after, so we can add another box over here. If we want to add the shape before this shape, so we can click over here, we add shape before it. From any single point, we may add the shapes before and after like this. For instance, if we are in any one of our text boxes and we want to add the bullet points, we are going to add the bullet point from here. So you can write anything and it is going to show like this. We can increase the size of it and increase the size of the overall flow chart to make it more visible. We can make the text pane appear from here, hide the text pane from here. If I want to move the tidying data up, so I keep my cursor over here in this text box and I move it up like this. And if I want to move it back down, I can press on to move down and I can move the text box back in its original position. Next, if I want to change layout, I can change it from here. We have a drop down over here and we can go for any one of these options as well. We can change the color of the layout. Moreover, we have more SmartArt styles over here, which we can take advantage of. If we want 3D effect or any other effect, we can just change it. We can change it by clicking and dragging it, and it is going to change your flow chart. If you want to reset the graphic, this will discard all of the formatting changes made to the SmartArt graphics like this. Next, we move on to the format and we can change the shapes from here. For instance, I've clicked over here and I want to change this shape to a plus sign, so we can change the shapes like this. If you want to make it larger, you can make it larger. If you want to make it smaller, we can make it smaller from here. We have the shape styles over here, so we can select from any one of these shape styles and the selected shape is going to change its color. We have the shape fill. It is also going to change the color of the shape selected. Or we can change the shape outline like this. So we select, for instance, green and we go for the 6-point line and outline is appearing green. We can add effects to it. We can go for any of these effects: shadow, reflection, glow, soft edges. We can select any of the word art style from here. We can change the text fill from here. We select the text, we go in the text fill, and for instance, if I want to make it black, I make it black like this. We can go for the text outline from here. Arrange gives us an option of positioning. We can position anywhere like this, or we can wrap the text as seen earlier, and it is giving us bring forward, send backward, selection pane, align and rotate options that we have seen earlier. We can increase the size of it or reduce the size of it like this. Going back and insert, and now moving on to the charts, we click onto the chart and we have a whole array of charts appearing over here: columnar, line, pie, bar, area, XY, scatter, stock, surface, radar, and all these charts. So we go for the line chart. We press OK. Now we have Excel workbook where we can place our data. For example, if we have shop revenue, so we just type, make our own data: shop 1, shop 2, shop 3, and we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We click and drag it over here. We give the sales revenue figures. So for instance, if we have the data completed over here, we press Ctrl S, we close, and here we can see that we have each of the shop with different color and the revenue appearing on the y-axis. Now once we click onto the chart, we have option over here, and we can remove or add the axis title, chart title, data labels, data table, error bars, grid lines, legends, trend line, and up down bars. We can go for the chart styles from here. For instance, if you click over here, and we can go for the chart styles from here, as well as we can go from the chart styles from here. We have filter options from here, and we can go through all of these filter options. We have the page layout options of the chart. Now let's explore the chart elements. Axis title, primary horizontal, primary vertical, chart titles, none, above chart, centered overlay. So we have all of these options available over here. How we can present the data table. If we want to have error bars, that is going to show the standard error percentages and standard deviation. If we want to apply the grid lines, we can go for the grid lines from here of different types. For more options, we can click over here and go into more option. For legends, if we want none, we can click onto none. For the right, it is showing the legends on the right side, that is show 1, 2, and 3 on the top, left, bottom, and more options. And for the lines, we want to show the lines or not, drop lines, high low lines. If you want to show the trend line, we can show the linear trend line, exponential, linear forecast, moving average. So we have all these options appearing over here. Quick layout gives us an option to quickly add onto the chart layout like this. We can change the color of the charts. So if you want to select any other color, we can select any other color from here. The chart styling that we saw over here can also be obtained from here. We have whole array of charts. We can go and select the data, whatever data we want to select. If we want to remove, for instance, Saturday and Sunday out of it, so we can just uncheck it, we press OK, and now we can see on the chart that we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday, Sunday is not appearing. We undo it and we get the whole data back. Now we can edit the data by clicking over here. We can edit the data in Excel. We click onto it and we have the Excel sheet appearing for us. For instance, we want to change, so we can change the figures over here and it is going to get reflected over here. Let's see how it affects. So as you change, it changes dynamically. We press Ctrl S, we close it, and that is how you can change your data in the charting. If you want to change the chart type, you can change the chart type from here. We can go for the column chart. We press OK and it is going to change the chart type. Here again, the chart, we have options. We can change all of these things. We can format the selection, show the format task pane to fine-tune formatting for the selected chart element. We click over here and now it is showing the pane. Here we can change the colors, effects, and the layout and properties. For instance, if you see over here in the fill, we want the gradient fill, we can select for the gradient fill and it is going to change like this. We want to further change it and we make it like this. Likewise, if you want to change the borders, we can change the borders from here. We go in the layout and here we have the soft edges effect, 3D effect. We want to give any of these 3D effect, we can give the 3D effect like this, and we have much more options appearing over here which you can explore further. Next, moving back to our line chart, if you want to add any shape in the charting area, you can add the shapes from here. For instance, you click onto the drop down and you select any of these figures, you click over here, the shape starts appearing over here. Again, if you have added the shape as seen earlier, we can add the shape styles from here, word art style from here, shape fill, shape outline, shape effects, its positioning, wrap testing, bringing it forward, sending backward, all the features have been seen earlier. Next, in the insert tab, you're going to see that how we can create the hyperlink over here. We select this picture from here in the folder, we press OK, and now we have the hyperlink over here. Either we can open it by right clicking onto it and it gives us option of opening the hyperlink, or we can press the control key and the hand starts appearing over here, and we click it, and it is going to take us to the document that we have created the hyperlink of. Next, we are going to create the headers. We can go and select it from any one of these options as headers. For instance, we go from here and it is giving us the page number. We can add the title as well as an header. We click out of it, so we can see that it is appearing on all of the pages. Likewise, we can go for the footer, and it is also going to be this. Either we can select from any one of these options, or we can edit the footer from here. And if we want to remove the footer, we can remove the footer from here. For instance, if we add this footer and here I write by step tutorial, I delete this, I don't want it, I type my name over here. I click out of this footer area, and now we can see that on all of the pages we have the footer appearing over here. We can add page number from here. If you want to add the page number on the top, center, we can add the page number like this, and it is going to be appearing in header of each page. Likewise, we can change its position from here if we want on the bottom of the page margins, current position, and if we want to remove the page numbers, we can click over here and we can see that it has removed the page numbers. We can add the text box from here, and we may add any text that we want over here. We can rotate its direction to whatever degrees we want to rotate it. We can increase the size of it, reduce the size of it, and once we have four-sided arrow, we can just drag the text box to position of a liking. We can select the data over here, and we have all these options over here, so we can select from any of these options, and it takes us to the drawing tools where we can edit as we have seen earlier also. Next, we can add the signature line from here. We click onto this, I write my name, and I press OK, and here I can see that I have the line for the signing. For instance, if I have some document over here, I will get the dummy data, and at the end of it I have my signature line appearing over here. So we can add the signature line like this. Next, if we want to add any object, we can add the object from here. We click onto the object, we go for the Microsoft Excel sheet, we press OK, and this brings in the Excel sheet within the Word document. We have seen this earlier also. We go in the tables, and here we can add the Excel spreadsheet by clicking over here. Here we have mathematical equations appearing over here. We can use a mathematical equation from here. If you want to enter the symbols, we can enter the symbols from here like this, and we may add the symbol from here. For instance, if you have the scissor over here and we want to show the cut up line, so we can just show that how we can add a scissor and a line indicating that we want to cut the document from here. After insert tab, we move on to design tab, and here we see that we have the themes option, so we can select any one of these themes from here. Then we have the document formatting. We can select any of the formats from here. We can select the fonts from here, which we can also select from the home page, and we can select the font from here. We can select the paragraph spacing from here: compact, tight, open, relaxed, and double. And if you want to have any custom paragraph settings, we can select it from here. In the watermark option, we have all these watermark options. For instance, if I select the confidential, I go in the print preview by pressing Ctrl P, and here I see that when the document is going to get printed, it is going to have a watermark printed onto it. Exploring further watermark options, we can have the custom watermark. We can write anything that we want to: confidential 123, we press OK, and now you can see it is showing confidential 123 over here. Again, in the print preview by pressing Ctrl P, we see that it is written confidential 123. If you want to remove the watermark, we can remove the watermark from here, and now the watermark is gone. If you want to color the page, we can color the page to the color of our liking. For instance, we color like this, but this color is only for the soft copy. If you're going to print it, this color is not going to get printed. We go again in the print preview by pressing Ctrl P, and here we see the document is appearing white in color, but it is going to appear colored in the soft copy. If you want to remove, we can go for the no color, and it is going to remove it. Well, that's all for today. If you like the content, then make sure that you hit like and subscribe button. Your comment acts as navigation tool, so make sure that you give your comments down below in the comment section. And that's all for today. See you soon. Take care and bye-bye.